got my paper is all dry. It came out so cool. Like, so stinking cool. It even smells great. It smells like herbal tea. It's just got that light yellow old look. I'm really just loving on it. Now, I could take this and press it on with my heat press, but I do want it to just keep that look there. So I'm going to keep it like that. And what also happened, which was pretty cool, let me just move this out of the way, was the piece of butcher paper that I was using ended up getting a little stained and some crinkles on it. So so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to use it somewhere in the book, the junk journal. So here we are back with the original junk journal with its cover on it. And what I'm going to do now, since I'm going to be building my own pages here, is I'm just going to cut this old paper out. Well, it's not really paper. It's chipboard. So I'm just going to cut that chipboard out. It's cutting out really easy because I didn't glue it too much, so that worked out well. I glued it lightly because when I was going to go over it with the paper, I was going to use it. So I'm just going to go on ahead and I'll use this for something else. So I'm just going to go on ahead and I'm going to cut it here because I do want to have a look at how the company set up and how they did the binding on it, the binder. So I just want to get this part off and see what's going on with it. Okay, so it looks like these pieces here are really only on the very ends. So when I take off the paper, I can actually see that this is just like a netting along the top here. See? And the chipboard pages were actually glued together with this paper, this cardstock paper, as a backing. So it was actually done all the way across, which we are actually going to use that technique. So this is like one piece of paper that connects two pieces of chipboard. And then the next one would be another piece of paper here that connects these two pieces of chipboard, and so on through the end, making this ridge here. You can see that. I'll hold it up a little bit closer. You can see it really good right in through there. So yeah, so that's pretty neat. I want to keep it together because I want to try to recreate a lot of the things that I'm coming across. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to select and cut the paper that I'm going to use for the signatures inside of here. So my signatures are still going to go in this area here where I've already done the background. So I've got that part. Now I just have to create the signatures. So the measurements that I'm going to want to do for this, obviously, are going to want to fill inside here and also be covered by the cover. I want it to go in a little bit, so I don't want it to be too, I don't want it to be like the same width or the same length of this. I want to have a little extra, so if I have anything popping out or coming over. So let me just get, actually, save paper, right? I'm going to use this little piece that I ripped off for my measurements. So we know that this part measures about 6.5. I don't want these to be 6.5. I want them to come in to probably just under, maybe about 1/4 of an inch in. So I think if I make my book, actually I think if I make it 6 it's going to be really good. Let's check it on the binder part. If I made it 6, where would it land? Yeah, that would be really nice. So I'm going to make it 6 inches tall, or 6 inches is going to be my top height, or my top amount, and the pieces. So if I have these, so 6 inches would bring it right to about 6 1/4 would bring it right to my folds here. You know, I don't want them to be completely inside my folds. I think 6 even would be a little close. So I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to go like 5 1/2. That'll be nice. Five and a half would be 11, which would be the same length of my paper here. So that would actually be really nice. Now on this side, it's about the same. And if I was to go 5 1/2, I'm still covering my covers. So you know what? I am going to, so it's going to be 6 inches tall by 5 1/2 inches long. So I want to have 2 pieces of each. I mean, I want to have one piece that's double the length. You know what I mean? So I actually want this to go, you know, to be 11. So if I fold this in half, because this is 8 1/2 by 11 paper, it's going to give me pages like this. So it does bring it in quite a bit. I mean, that's like almost an entire inch. So I really have to think about how I want to do that. If I want to have it be a little bit bigger. So, because this should be 11 here. Yep. I mean, we're a little bit shy of 11. We're like 10 and like 10 and 9/10 or something like that. So so it does give us the 11. I am going to go on ahead and fold this one in half just to get a look, because I you know, we made this paper, I want it to fit nicely. I could even add on to the paper if need be, but let's see. So the paper in here is going to come to about there, and actually I like that, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take each one of these pieces and I am going to cut them to be about, if I do them about 6 inches, yeah, that should do it. That'll be good. I'm going to cut them at 6 inches.